Once again, hello and welcome to the channel. This is dev.log signing in. Now, for today's content, I'm just going to keep it straightforward and to the point. I just wanted to talk about how I actually became a junior security analyst in the cybersecurity space. Let's get into it. First and foremost, if you are new to the channel and you have not yet subscribed for some reason, please do click on that subscribe button and allow for notifications. That way you don't get missed out on any new content that I upload to this channel. So I basically became a junior security analyst after my internship at BCX. If you would like to know how I actually became an intern at BCX, I'll also put a link in the video so you can click on that and check it out if you're interested. And actually my internship ended due to some unfortunate circumstances on my side that just couldn't allow me to continue to intern there. So that's an entirely different story. I think if you guys would be interested in that as well, you can just let me know in the comments and I'll consider actually making a video about that entire experience as well. So basically at the end of my internship with BCX, I was still part of the internship program that had actually led me to interning at BCX in the first place. And due to the fact that I had a CCNA switching and routing certification that I had got from the software development course that I did in varsity, a recruiter in the internship program had approached me to actually ask me if I would go to an interview at a cybersecurity startup that was looking for interns at the time. That actually reminds me, if you would like to catch up on how I actually graduated for a national diploma, even though I had failed my matric, I'll also put a link of that video somewhere above in this video. But yeah, back to this experience right here. Now, being the curious person that I am, and also being in need of employment after my ending with BCX, and apart from actually wanting to be a software developer, I really didn't have much of a choice but to actually prepare myself for that interview. Now, having gone to the actual interview and being asked a bunch of questions related to cybersecurity and networking, there was one question that I had not yet received before in an interview at that time. And I'm sure to some of you, the answer to this question would come quite naturally, like it would be an easy thing to answer. But to me at the time, after being asked all these questions like what is a VPN, what is a DDoS attack, or explain a DDoS attack, it was a question that just came out of the blue in my own mind at the time, and I was just not expecting it. So basically the question goes something like this.
I have an old fridge back at my house. Now, the fridge has a light bulb inside it that lights up when I open the fridge and turns off when I close the fridge. Now, without doing anything to the fridge itself, how can I actually figure out that the light bulb is actually turning off when I close the door?
And that was the question that I was actually asked. So take a moment to answer that. I'm sure you already know it, or you find it a very easy thing to answer. So like I said, the answer to this one is actually quite easy. And it goes something like, if you have a cell phone with you, you basically just open the fridge, put your cell phone in there while you have your video camera turned on, recording the entire thing, and you close the door. And by doing that, you now have footage of what actually goes on inside the fridge when you have it closed. So for those of you that don't know, that question is actually one of those problem-solving questions. The interviewer just basically wants to get an idea of your thought process when you're given a problem. So they basically want to see how you come up with the solution and basically the kind of solutions that you might come up with. So basically after the interview and a few days later, I actually got an email from the company saying that I got the job and I actually got an offer for that, and yeah, I accepted. So for those of you that don't know what the role of a junior security analyst is, I've actually added in links that that actually give the exact kind of duties and responsibilities that I had to be accountable for during my time as a junior security analyst. So that involved working with tools such as AlienVault and Teenable Nessus. Now, the ethical hacking part and reverse engineering part, that was actually that was actually the duties of the penetration tester that I was working with at the time. So in terms of those, I didn't actually get that far. I was just more focused on being the junior security analyst for that time. Of all the things that I had learned during my time as a junior security analyst, I was also able to acquire a CompTIA Security Plus certification, which is something I'm very proud of, being that I was someone that was more focused on becoming a software developer, and being given the opportunity to work as a junior security analyst and actually acquiring that certification, it made me quite proud, yeah. And I'm still proud even today. Now, one of the most interesting things that I had to do as a junior security analyst was that I actually had to conduct a social engineering attack at one of our client sites. Now, I basically had to gain unauthorized access to the client building, find any sensitive data that might pose a risk to the business, and actually give those findings to my manager. Now, that was something that that actually had me in a different mind state altogether. But if you would like to hear about that, that's an entirely different story. If you are interested, I think you can let me know in the comments and I'll dedicate a video to that as well. All in all, cybersecurity is a very interesting career field, and the roles in cybersecurity are becoming more and more in demand, especially in this day and age, as businesses do actually require that their services and data is secured from any risks that might pose a threat to their business. So once again, please do like the video, more especially if you gained something meaningful out of it, and also do share the video. There might just be that someone out there who might just feel the same way as you do about it. Until my next video, this is dev.log signing off. Peace.